Welcome back to stupidity and other things that I'm known for. Today we have a Torana, but it's not a whole Torana, is it, Ace?
No.
Is that much of a Torana? And it's pretty well shagged. Look, there's some rust issues that may need addressing, like that bit there and
I get a cut.
that. You gonna cut it up for us? I know. Whoa! There needs to be some strategy to this. All right. So let's go over what we have. You weren't going to cut it. I don't believe you for a second.
I want to cut it.
So this is the rear end of a Torana LJ, I think. I don't know. I'm not real good with those things. It came up, and these things never come up. So here we are. And I bought it for no good reason, other than the fact that I've already got one car couch. Let's go have a quick look at that. So that's the car couch I made out of the back end of an FE Holden, which is a very cool project. It is very special. So that is that, and I saw this come up. I'm like, well, you know, that could be some fun. It's a fairly intact rear end for $200, so it is pretty rusty, but we're gonna have a play with it. So we're gonna come up with some sort of plan here. I'm gonna cut up the bits we don't want, take them to the tip, keep the bits we do want, and go. Further, nearly got him. Hey, there you go. See? Add him to the trailer. Made his rusty bit. Just go back and forth. A couple of times it'll come undone. It'll just break. It's really thin and rusty. That's it. Just go back the other way again. Alright, that's it. Just keep doing it. It'll break. Gosh, it's got to be close, right? Don't kick it.
Oh, that part's coming.
Yeah. That's what you... Right. Laters. Okay, we're done good, dude. We're getting there.
Yeah, I'm still at like...
I think it might be time to break out the angle grinder because we're going to get through.
How are we going to get those seatbelts?
Where we're through there. There's the seatbelts will stay on there. We'll throw it on in the trailer.
I really want to cut those.
So I think after a little bit more looking at it, we're really rusty up to the drip rail, the gutter edge for the boot. So I think that's going to be our cut line there. We're going to come down the side. See when it's pretty chalky paint. Something like that down the side. I don't know. I reckon that might work. We'll play with it a bit more. Right. It is now night time. Put the kids to bed, did dinner, all that sort of stuff. What I'm thinking is I really think this will be a barbecue. I'll put it out there as a poll on the old interwebs, but I'm feeling barbecue. I've got a car couch, and the workshop barbecue could do with a spruce up. So I think this is going to be it. I know this is going to look a little bit wasteful, but I really do have way more here than what I need. So what I'm thinking is this drip rail edge here, where the boot lid shuts, is reasonable. I wouldn't say good, that would be a stretch. But it's reasonable. I can use the edge of it as the back. So then I'm going to cut it about here, and then we're going to come straight down the side. And I'll just get rid of the rest of it, that can all go to the dump. It sounds wasteful, but it's absolutely rusted out and had it. So we're not going to leave any sleep over that. So all I'm going to do, I think I'll start with a pen line. Be a little bit generous. And we're just going to come down to the bottom where the bottom of it rolls around about there, I reckon. Actually, let's just go for an easy point. We'll go down here to the something like that. I'm just going to grab some tape. It's just the back of the wheel arch. I think that's an easy enough spot. Grab some tape. It's not a straight line, but that's okay. This will be our first rough cut. We'll do another one after. Come down there, I reckon. Everything on this side I'll cut. That's going to be the plan. I'm going to do the same to both sides, and I'm going to cut the rest of it all up into smaller size pieces. That's going to go in the trailer over there, because we don't need any of that stuff. You go to the tip. So make that cut. I'm going to do the same on the other side, and I'll trim everything back to it. I'm just going to create the piece that I really want, and I'm just going to actually put this in a storage for now. Just the opportunity came up to buy the back end of this little Torana, and I just sort of jumped on it because I've sort of thought about doing something with the Torana for a while. So these opportunities don't come up very often. To find a Torana in this bad condition that no one's going to fix these days is pretty rare. So that's my plan. I'm going to cut her up. I thought I'd do this bit in like ultra slow-mo. Even though this is an old car and there's no saving, it's never coming back from the state that it's in, it still feels rather weird to take an angle grinder and just start cutting into the body of one of Australia's iconic Toranas. But nonetheless, here we are. I don't need the rest of it, I just need this part here. So I thought I'd throw some slow-mo in, just, you know, really amp up the vibe of the whole thing. Yep, I know it's kind of odd, and I know I'm being a little bit dramatic here, but it really is an odd feeling just to really just grab the angle grinder and cut into a car, even though there's not much car left here. I'd imagine if I actually did this to a full car that it would probably absolutely freak me out and have to take a step back and worry about what I was doing in my life. But thankfully I'm not into chopping roofs and stuff like that. I don't even know how to go with that. That'd scare the bejesus out of me. Nonetheless, let them sparks fly. We don't need that other piece, and I need this piece real bad, so let it rip, tater chip. Basically, as I'm doing this, what's running through my head is that, you know, once upon a time in 1970 whatever, this car was rolling off the assembly line with someone's pride and joy. Someone spent their hard-earned cash and taken this beautiful car home. It was metallic paint, like it was a nice car at one point. Here we are, making a barbecue out of it. There's that cut done. She's pretty bad in there, eh? Get a hang of this. I just ran another cut back up here with the old Cipro saw. But you know, this is what we're working with. There is just nothing left of this poor thing. The more you look at it, the worse it gets. It's just a pile of rust. Cut most of this outer skin out of it already. We'll do the same on this side. Through here, and it means these hinges will stay with the piece we're cutting off, as in the piece we don't want. We don't want the hinges. We're going to do something different there. Barbecue's going to sit in there. I want some stainless steel trays on each side, I reckon. I don't know, I'm starting to get a bit of a vision for it. So, I'm going to be a little bit careful here. If I just go and hack it all up, I've done this before, these become really flimsy. The whole lot will just want to fall to one side. So I want to do these couple of cuts, because I'm going to need to see where I'm going to support it. So I'm going to have to weld a bar, probably across the flat here, joining each side together. My bad. Especially on this side where the spare wheel well is, because as you can see, there ain't much left in there. Which is fine, we can just do some bits of steel, weld them in there to hold it back together and just body fill the rest of it. Because we're not building a car, so it don't matter. Get your bog on, essentially. Alright, so I'm going to get a piece of steel. Let's pin the lower section down here. Join the two sides together and we'll work it from there. And a welding glove. Just cut a piece of exhaust tube to roughly the right size, and I'm just going to stitch weld it in a few spots just to give me some strength back in the body here. It is not very happy about that. But there you have it. Who cares? Doesn't have to be. That's a hole. Probably could have turned down the weld of it. I wanted to burn through the paint. Did grind some of it off, but it was kind of just rust behind it. So here we are. I reckon that'll do, alright. need much. I've got to be able to break it out in the future, so that'll probably just do that for the moment. I've also got this issue that this is a tad flimsy. It's not really attached at the bottom because on this side where the spare wheel went, she's toast. She's all rusted out. So I don't know. That'll do. Just going to put a small little piece in here. That way it'll retain some rigidity. It won't flop in half. Set fire to me tape. Ugh, it stinks. Anyway, let's get that out of the way. When I did the the seat couch with that's in the office there, it was similar to this. It wasn't quite as large, but I chopped it down in stages, and as each stage came apart, it sort of got really flimsy. Kind of goes against what it wants to be, so to speak. Alright, let's give me back some strength in this side, strength down low. We should be good to keep cutting. We're going to go all the way across the top, down the other side. Then I'll probably cut this into, well, maybe cut into some smaller pieces. It's just going to go in the trailer. Captain's log. Update. We have cut the sides and then I ran this big long Cipro blade through the floor. And now it is wonky. So I just have to do the top cut through here. I'm hoping that when I do that, the old boot hinges are no longer with us. So I'm going to do a combination of angle grinder and Cipro saw straight across the parcel shelf. Is what that would have been once upon a time. We're going to cut it through there, and hopefully we're triumphant in Stu's actions. Not a fucking gymnast, apparently. Woohoo! Alright. Hopefully. I'll show you what I did wrong in a second, but I welded some of the inner structure incorrectly. Excellent. Yeah. Anyway, I'll show you that in a second. My little pieces to strengthen it all back up. I welded one to the outer piece and one to the piece we were removing instead of outer piece and piece was not being removed. Anyway, thankfully it's pretty good without it. So, yeah, that was pretty dumb. Anyway, you get that. It's now cut in half. Well, it's cut into another piece of half. Anyway, you get the idea. We're running out of car, basically. That's what we're going to be working with. And that is all we need to make a barbecue. And there's still some more cutting to do, but that is the grounds for what we want to do. That is partially heavy and darn right awkward, to be honest. But it's in the trailer. So, with all the pieces we bought, more than half of it's going back to going to a dump where it should have probably gone in the first place. So let's go assess what we have left. Behind me in the trailer is a lot of rusty metal that is going to the dump. If you would like to follow this little video and see how we ended up with a whole lot of rusty metal in here, please come along for the journey. I will warn you first though, there's no real conclusion to this video. We don't like find something, build it and finish it. Not that I really do much of that in my life anyway. But in this video particularly, we do not do any of those things. I just find something that I thought would be cool to have and drag it home, cut it up and throw it on the shelf. So anyway, let's go. That is a trailer full of all the pieces that we do not need. And this is all that is left of the piece that we do need. There's not going to be much more to this video. I'm sorry if you were watching this thinking there was going to be a grand conclusion. There's not. Basically, I'm waiting on parts for the F-truck and we're doing some work on the gasser probably this Thursday, so I'll probably film that too. And I've kind of wanted to play the Torana back end for a while as a barbecue / couch idea. Now that I've seen it, I definitely think it's more of a barbecue idea than a couch idea. Mainly because, like, with a couch, you obviously need a cutout in it down here so that, you know, you can sink a couch into it. It's pretty flat, doesn't really allow for it. So, but a barbecue, yeah, we're talking. So that's predominantly what I'm thinking with it, and most likely it's fate. But that's where it's going to be for now. I'm going to put it upstairs on the mezzanine floor until I get some more time to come back to it. It was just an opportunity to do something on a Saturday night when my other projects were stalled. So there you go, that is what I did. So, I don't know when we'll see it again next. It's gonna be a while, I'd say. I can't see me putting much time and effort into this when I've got other big projects taking place at the moment. But it's cool to have little things like that up your sleeve, just to, you know, we'll throw it on the shelf, we'll come back to it. The car couch, which is in the room there, it was 2 years from when I actually got the rear section, which looked very similar to that, to when I actually started hooking into it. And you can jump onto the Clue and Mufflers YouTube page. There's a 3-part build up on it. So go check that out. You'll get the idea of what I did there, and you actually get to see a finished product. So yeah, check that out. Anyways, thanks for watching this little short fun video. I will see you guys very soon, hopefully with some gasser or what's that thing over there? F-truck content. Anyways, thank you very much.